More than 300 civilian and military authorities in the member states oversee the busy maritime domain to ensure that the activities taking place there are legal, safe, secure and environmentally sustainable. Day and night, these authorities carry out tasks in a wide range of areas that are collectively known as Coast Guard functions. In performing their Coast Guard functions, the national authorities are supported by 3 European agencies: Frontex, EFCA and EMSA. Each has specific competences and user communities with different objectives and responsibilities. Frontex aims to improve the management of the external borders in order to ensure security in the EU and to tackle cross-border crime. It also supports search and rescue operations. EFCA coordinates the fisheries control and inspection activities of the member states and endeavours to ensure a level playing field and sustainable approach to fisheries. EMSA focuses on enhancing maritime safety, security and prevention of ship source pollution. It also supports response operations to marine pollution caused by ships and by oil and gas installations. Their cooperation dates back to 2009 and was initially based on bilateral and trilateral agreements. The migrant crisis of 2015, when more than 1 million migrants crossed into Europe, mostly by sea, triggered the adoption of the Border Package, a set of measures to manage migration more effectively and improve the internal security of the EU. It gives Frontex, EFCA and EMSA the mandate to cooperate in 5 areas in order to provide more efficient and cost-effective support to the member state authorities carrying out Coast Guard functions. In parallel, the European Parliament launched a pilot project to provide a testbed for the enhanced cooperation among the 3 agencies. The project activities were clustered into 4 tasks. Task 1, led by EMSA, focused on sharing information generated by fusing and analysing vessel movement and Earth observation data. The services currently provided by EMSA to Frontex and EFCA were analysed and further developed in accordance with their growing specific needs. More importantly, they were tested and validated in real case scenarios in multi-purpose operations. A draft framework of data sharing policy was also developed. Task 2, co-led by Frontex and EMSA, concentrated on the provision of surveillance and communication services based on state-of-the-art technology. It included a demonstration of the potential of remotely piloted aircraft systems as maritime surveillance tools. RPAS were tested in operational scenarios for multi-purpose missions, covering pollution monitoring, border control, illegal fishing detection, anti-drug trafficking, and search and rescue. The demonstration was attended by representatives of 10 EU member states and European bodies. Task 3, led by EFCA, explored various capacity building opportunities. As a result, an outline of guidelines for inter-EU agency cooperation on Coast Guard matters was developed, common training needs were identified, and the feasibility of staff exchange was explored. Finally, Task 4, co-led by Frontex and EFCA, provided a testbed for multi-purpose operations and the sharing of assets and capabilities across sectors and borders. Multi-purpose operations were focused in the Mediterranean region and provided the opportunity to test a range of platforms, procedures and information protocols.
The nature of the pilot project is really to try to show that the concept of European Coast Guard functions is and can be very successful.
This pilot project was a very challenging project, but it was extremely successful. It brought together operational people from the 3 agencies, from EMSA, EFCA, Frontex. We were able to test, for instance, multi-purpose patrolling activities in the context of Frontex operations, together with a fisheries inspector on board. We were also able to test our ability to report to EMSA cases of pollution at sea.
The action has been very intensive in 2016 and beginning of 2017, and on the FK perspective, it has been a way of improving our information intelligence and dealing with cases of illegal fishing in the Mediterranean.
European Coast Guard Function pilot project has been up and running for the 9 months, and now we have a concluding event which clearly has demonstrated the need for collaboration and how it brings added value to the 3 agencies and to the stakeholders.
And this is how we are building gradually an EU Coast Guard.
All 3 agencies are cooperating very well. The level of cooperation is deep. There is much more practical issues discussed, and it definitely will increase the security of our outside borders and cooperation between agencies and member states, including many matters. I think this is one of the examples where we can show that European Union works in practice.
Europe needs to move on, and the pilot project has proved that Europe not only will move on, it can also very successfully do that.